Hello world and welcome back, picking right up where we left off after collecting that token for the Ravenclaw chest. We are on our way to see Professor Fig. Travel straight to his classroom, see what he has to say.
Revelio.
Chest. That's the second. Wand. Attachment. That's cool. That looks nice. I like that. I'm gonna rock that for a bit. Let's quickly bolster. Yup. Just a touch. 14. Take that. You can't see it, but it's still there. Still very much there. This is the cloak we got just last episode. So Ravenclaw, that just really like that cloak. Professor Fig, as if my schedule wasn't congested enough, the Ministry has charged me with arranging the rather inconvenient arrival of a new student at Hogwarts. As a fifth year, if you can believe, Professor Weasley insists that they will need an escort and a mentor to help them acclimatize before term begins. I have assigned the task to you. Please see Professor Weasley for details. Professor Phineas Nigellus Black, Headmaster. So it seems that whenever someone's not
Revelio.
you can which means there's a wait mechanic. 9-day cycle wait. Let's get it.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me. And he would have, had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. The restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Reparo!
Never mind. I'm just destroying shit. Run. That's not how it is, but I'm trying to get around the senses and whatnot. Oh, I gotta go.
Revelio!
I just feel like there's treasure here. Huh. Fog of some sort. Alright, Prof, what do you need me doing?
I'm here about the new spell you wanted to teach me, Professor.
Good. Professor Fig indicated a certain urgency to you completing your defensive magic assignments. As such, you are to learn Incendio, the fire-making spell, handy for lighting torches, burning away spider webs, and, when necessary, defending against those who would wish to do us harm.
Sounds versatile.
Quite. But before we get started, I'd like you to complete a few tasks. You may be surprised by some of them. Astonishing how much students don't think their professors know. When you're finished, come and see me. Then we shall begin working on Incendio. You know where to find me once you've finished.
So, win 2 rounds of the crossed wands. Complete
Seems crossed
round
wands isn't as secret as it's believed to be.
practice.
Revelio.
Augury skeleton. The skeleton is of an Irish phoenix or augury. Probably not even saying that right. An intensely shy bird who can forecast the coming of rain, and whose mournful cry was believed to foretell death. Up these stairs tomorrow. No one's on Brooms today. Surprisingly.
Revelio.
Toilets. Less than dire straits, it is probably best to avoid this particular toilet, as it's allegedly one of Peeves' favourite pranking spots. What floor are we on? It's the male toilets anyway, so it's not. The entrance to the chamber, the female bathrooms, but more treasure.
Revelio.
Lachlan the Lanky, stashed pigs with Lachlan the Lanky, a tall, slender wizard wizard who appears quite proud of himself. What precisely? Who knows? So I think this. Pulsar, I think it's called. Guardian Leviosa, Transfiguration, Conjuring, Altering, Evanesco, Reparo, Bombarda, Definido, where is it? Yeah, it's Pulsar. I have to push the button.
Revelio.
Truly
Ready for another round?
I think so. We shall see who shows up.
There's no one in the school I'd be afraid to duel.
I know, Sebastian. I know.
Except for me, boy. Except for me.
Hello, Lucan. Is the next round of Crossed Wands all set?
Why, yes it is. I've got a great match lined up. Ready for another round?
Bring it on.
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Brilliant. Are you dueling with a partner?
Yes, Natty.
Then let's get to it.
Damn, I forgot the training.
Ready to get thrashed?
Alright.
Apologies in advance.
Potato! Stupid!
Stupid winner.
Accio!
Arresto momentum!
Stupefy!
Descendo!
Stupefy! Leviosa!
Mind the one. Take it.
You're better than that! Arresto momentum!
Give him what for.
Accio! Potato! Stupefy!
Come on!
Leviosa! Accio!
There goes my wager.
Some big hits that round. Bravo!
I gave it my all.
You did indeed. The other duelists have already taken notice of you, but
They have.
after that last
They
round,
have.
they'll really have it in for you. You'd better keep practicing if you want a chance at winning, or at least surviving the next round. I'll let you know when we're ready. Hope to see you then.
Hope that once
The
I
next
finish
round
this
is for all
first
the
one,
gobstones, so to speak.
Lucan, you can come back and just practice.
Hello, Lucan. May I use the training dummy?
Of course. I'll fetch it and give you a list of combinations to practice.
House elves.
Ready to have a try now?
Yeah, let's go.
That would be wonderful.
If you need to stop practicing before you finish all of them, let me know.
Accio!
That's it!
Leviosa!
Excellent form!
Leviosa!
That was something. You'll get it!
Leviosa! Accio!
Good one! I'd say that's enough practice. You looked good out there.
Thank you, Lucan.
I say better to discover one's weaknesses during practice than during a duel. You'll be a fearsome challenger now.
Assignment's all finished. Revelio.
I'm hearing something, but I'm not seeing. So here's something. There. Alright. Well of the Four Beasts. Some students believe that a wish made over the Well of the Four Beasts, whether near the Thestral, Griffin, Chimera, or Hippogriff, will come true for one who has gained the trust of any of the four. That's cool.
Revelio. Lumos.
Doesn't pick it up from there. One for sure. Maybe letting it a moment to see if there are any other
Revelio.
possibly legal.
Look at your hair, your complexion. Whatever it is, they'll all want to know your secrets.
Revelio.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you.
I finished all of the tasks you gave me, Professor Hecat.
Glad to hear it. Then you should be ready to learn Incendio.
Should be, Professor.
Yes. I'm sorry to say, I visited enough careless colleagues at St. Mungo's to assure you that fire is a fickle servant. Your spellcasting has impressed me thus far, but please maintain focus. I would rather we not end today's lesson with your robes aflame. Let us begin. And remember, focus on the proper wand movement. Concentrate, and keep your wand steady. Good work.
Accio. Incendio.
Get good. Keep at it, and keep trying not to insinuate yourself.
Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Setting things ablaze is certainly cathartic, isn't it?
Wait. Oh, that's just what tutorial was saying. Okay. Let's go back to Fig's class. Oh, there's a mission Lois.
Spare a moment? I could use your help.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
That's nice to hear. I have had my share of adventure. I hope my reputation's warranted.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm sorry to hear that. Words can be cruel.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as...
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig! I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor...
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Adventure games like I do. We're going to be showing the initiative. Excuse me.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea.
Sebastian, there you are. I was hoping to see you. I was in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack and saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
You tell me, brother, you tell me.
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight, and tell no one.
What will happen if we're caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist. Aside from wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
Hours later.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try. Silent as a grave.
Nearby adversaries will sense and then investigate suspicious behavior.
You should have known better than to cross the mine path.
That's embarrassing.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as well.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase. Damn.
You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Come on, man.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock.
God damn it.
So now it's just this key. But don't worry. I said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Professor Black might have suggested a ban on magic in the library, so one has been sneaking into the restricted section and the library is around a personal area in which practice
someone there?
incantations.
Is that you, Peeves?
One might consider Peeves tame by comparison to such antics.
The key. Here it is.
What are you up to now?
Oh, it's great. So I must have been already. Oh, that's right, I did.
That wasn't so difficult after all. How to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tome by its cover, I say.
Revelio.
Someone else did. Use basic cast while undetected to lure authority figures and enemies to a desired location. Aim mode L2 grants precision spell targeting and reveals additional spell targets.
Ghost, don't let her see you. Should be in the clear. No need for us to be skulking about.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts.
Revelio.
Because Merlin knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure?
Changing books, best to avoid these books if possible, due not as much to their tendency to fly off from one's hands as to their content being spectacular drivel, of no educational value whatsoever.
Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No! We've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after.
Revelio.
Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic. Secrets of the darkest arts. I'm impressed.
I know we said we didn't have to skull, but every time someone says that in a review, things just go awry.
Who have we here?
God damn it,
Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty, naughty. You'll get caughty.
Peeves, don't
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search. Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Reparo.
What's this? You're a sailor.
Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room.
Reminds me of the veil from Order of the Phoenix.
That's it! might this lead?
Possibly to a fight. So do what I do best.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Accio. Incendio. Levioso. Incendio.
Your gift of ancient magic accumulates by successfully attacking or taking damage. Successful 10+ hit combos will begin generating ancient magical power-ups. Collecting these will greatly fill your ancient magic meter and recover a small amount of health. When at least one segment of your ancient magic meter is full, you can cast devastating ancient magic attacks that deal massive damage and break shield charms. Tap L1 plus R1 when you have to prompt over an enemy.
Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Stupefy.
This must be the way forward, but to where? best keep my wits about me.
Incendio.
Is a book after all.
Revelio.
Let's see if we can get any. No. Dragon of some sort. That little girl?
You wanted to see me? Headmistress Fitzgerald, Professor Rackham.
Miss Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood, Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad. Especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a 5th year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a 5th year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganach, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too. But we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic?
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganach.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Morgana Le Fay from the stories of Avalon and Camelot.
Sebastian.
Very interesting to find out exactly where
Sneaking in the restricted section again! I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this to the headmaster.
But
that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me. You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
there was nobody else. I came alone.
Oh, Sebastian. What will your uncle say?
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Just unsure if I got everything in the library. So we're just gonna have a quick the library after hours. We walked all the way down to that thing and then back.
Revelio.
Let's go see what this person wants. Oh, here's the old librarian, one of the first librarians of Hogwarts, is to hear rumors that he had no tolerance whatsoever for noisy students and was known for his liberal use of the silencing charm at the slightest sneeze. What an asshole. Honestly. I don't think I've ever been kicked out of a library, to be honest. I don't think I was ever really like...
Revelio.
I was hooting as a kid, but...
Incendio.
Just quickly wait here for this person. What is it?
You're only saying that because you're not very good at it.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I'd collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands.
Can I read it?
If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Go back and quickly do this.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get through the books. Got it. Only 4 more to go.
Why are the lights all off in
Accio!
here? There's another one over there.
This must be Cressida's diary.
Yes, we can read it.
I'd want this back too if I were her.
It was a good day, that is, until Gareth splashed whatever ridiculous concoction he was creating all over my perfectly stewed lacewing flies. He had to empty my entire cauldron and start over again. He is such a menace, thinks he knows everything there is to know about potion, always disrupting Professor Sharp's class with his experiments. I'm utterly convinced that if he wasn't Professor Weasley's nephew, he would have been expelled by now. Arbroath. Smokies again tonight for dinner. I'm becoming more practical to them now, although I still prefer a meat pie. I was expecting a little more, you know, like bribe. Go with. They must be upstairs, because. I don't see no flat.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Well, there's one.
Accio!
There's another. I've got my account.
That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida.
That's right, you know, I found 3 downstairs, that's right.
Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Unless you want your classmates to know how you really feel about them, you might reward me for my time.
Oh, you're not at all who I thought you to be.
I wouldn't do that to you, Cressida. Only trying to teach you to be a little more careful.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon.
Give me all your money.
Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading
So we need to go back to Fig's classroom. Finish off there.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
gameplay walkthrough of Hogwarts Legacy. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. And stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you. Bye.